Hi, and welcome to Star Lighthouse. I'm Prashant, and this is your weekly reading for Sun, Moon, Venus rising in Aries. This is a general read, so I hope you can take whatever message resonates with you and leave everything else behind. And if this reading does connect with you, there is an extension to it. The link for that extension is below in the description box. I hope you like the reading, and if you do, please do like, subscribe, and share. That would be very helpful. Thank you for that. So, Aries, how are you doing? Week of Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all. Hope you're having a good time this week. Able to connect with family, be grateful about something. I know this is a hard year to be grateful about, but if you can find something inside you, within you this year to be grateful about, that'd be amazing. Alright, focus and think about the feeling or the thought that brought you this reading. Take a deep breath and let go of everything else. Just focus on that thought. Maybe this reading has some answer for you. Let's see what's going on for you this week. Two of Chalices. Connection with someone, with family, or with close friend, or with even a love relationship being blocked by. Ten of Wands. Focus on stability. Focus on financial stability, or like a self-growing, recurring stability which grows by itself. So you're more focused on the work side, but let's see what else is going on. Past situation, yeah, Eight of Chalices. So you're hoping to create love, or hoping to find love and affection for yourself. But what's been blocking you is your perspective of creating abundance or creating wealth before you can venture onto a strong, committed relationship. You're seemingly in a space where you no longer want like relationships that don't connect to your heart, just like they're based for some, like there's some mutual reason for that relationship. Rather than that, you want like a fulfilling. See how with this Eight of Chalices, you're looking outwards for more emotion, for more support. So you're looking that emotional support, emotionally content relationship. Mind's ambition, magician, heart's desire, strength, fortitude, and future situations. Five of Coins. So seemingly there is a worry about money, either because of some situation, financial situation specifically in the past went wrong, sideways. It could be like a job opportunity, it could be like a project, it could be like a way to showcase yourself, increase your prospects, increase your ability to make and create that abundance so that you can let go of this fear. See on this Ten of Wands, you're looking at the water, you're exhausted, you're trying to find resilience within yourself to further grow that recurring wealth so that you can once for all let go of this fear that you need to work so much to have contentment. For in order to let go of that fear that you need to work so much for contentment, that thing resides within yourself. That's where the magician is. You'll get there later on, but what right now it's blocking you to moving on to like releasing this fear and moving on forward to new relationships, which seemingly already believe in you, they seemingly already grateful for you. You have this illusionary matrix that you want to there's like an illusionary barrier that you want to reach before you want to venture into a committed or strong relationship. And that illusionary barrier, it's blocking new relationships to come in, and then it's already creating a friction between those. So that needs to be let go of. So there's a definite fear of money. It could be definitely a past situation went wrong because you're seemingly looking to find a magician in yourself. Magician within oneself would be someone, like whatever the odds may be in front of them, or like if one way of approaching life goes away from them, they figure out something else. Like they have this like ability, like unscientific ability inside them, which cannot be right now psychologically defined, but it's like they hope, they desire. So you're looking to find the same thing within you. A strength, a hope, a desire to basically push out of this current rejection of money. And this fatigueness of being able to create this garden for yourself, this recurring abundance for yourself. Which not being able to get there is blocking a relationship, like true relationship to come in, which you have been manifesting and hoping in the past. So just say advice or action, Ace of Wands, and context for this advice or action, Fool. So you have to refine the belief in yourself. And if there was a job opportunity that went away, or if there was altogether like a change in your career, in your profession, or how you approach things, because there seems to be like a hope to find inner magician. Inner magician, like the magician is number one card, and Ace of Wands, another one. Both of them pointing towards the creative spark lies within you. The innovative self lies within you. If something is taken away from you, if a way of achieving success or a way of achieving financial stability, which seems to be a case with Five of Coins over here, which points towards a deception or loss, heavy loss of money. So again, pointing towards that there was a realignment in how you had to approach work previously, and now how you will. Stepping into how you will is being blocked by you not believing in yourself, or not being able to find this belief in your inner magician. You might have done this thing previously in the past. If you were not consciously aware of that, unconsciously might have ended doing that thing. What I mean by that is, sometimes we don't realize, like this is a very comparative analysis where comparing to most of the people around, most of the population around, we might have this unique power within us that can transform us into something else, and most of the people don't have that same power. It's not to say that people don't have it, just that people are not aware about it. And because they're not aware about it, they cannot transform them. And now if you're listening to this message, you either are aware about that ability within yourself. If you're not aware about it, you understanding that exists. Because that's where you're hoping for that magician to find. Your mind is hoping for it. And it exists because if you have achieved, or you are in this situation where someone was deceiving you, or a previous profession or way of making money went away, so you have done a huge amount of effort to get to that situation itself. For something to go away, it has to exist first. So rather than thinking about it, rather than not believing in yourself again, rather than not being able to take actions again, refine this creative spark within you, which always exists. It's just that you're choosing not to believe in it right now. This creative spark is nothing but your uniqueness, something that defines who you are, rather than being defined by a profession, or rather than being defined by a material success so far in life. And that's where even the Fool card comes in. Like Fool cards point towards like a moment where you can jump into a new world, letting go of everything in the past, the baggages of the past, which also includes your material success, or matrix around it, or basically the thought process that if you're not being successful in one specific profession, or specifically a profession that you previously invested a lot, or if you this is about an opportunity that went away, if you were not successful in that opportunity, that doesn't mean that you would fail again in the future. The failure in this moment is here to give you a specific lesson, a very specific lesson that you need to be aware about. So open up your senses, understand this moment, and see the lesson within. Something, lack of self-love, lack of self-trust, kind of has put you into a mental block that you're not being able to express yourself and move forward. And secondly, the same thing, lack of self-trust, or creation of this definition that your success defines who you are, and that's seemingly blocking this love relationship. And even I think that's where this definition of what your success is, like, think about how you feel when somebody asks you about your career, or how you feel about if somebody asks you about your work. The first feeling that comes to you, is it negative or is it positive? Does it make you cringe or does it make you excited to talk about? And that difference would make you understand, yes, there's something lacking within yourself. Yes, there's something, okay, there's something else I would be excited about doing. And that's your real magician. That's something which you would be excited about doing, and you would realize that excitement by itself would create curiosity within you to learn more. And seemingly, it would seem like it would not be an effort, and you would just become a magician. But for you to get there has to be release of this old way of treating yourself based on definitions of work or success, and becoming for once a fool. For once you become this fool who can let go of social recognitions, who can let go of material wealth and gathering it, rather is focused more on finding itself, finding its true power. Take some time, get into that moment where you choose to find your power rather than acquiring wealth. Because acquiring wealth in this moment might seem great, but it's a short-term exercise. Whatever you acquire would go away eventually. It's a short-term exercise. So rather than acquiring wealth, focus on creating self. Creation of self would create this automatic garden, which you no longer have to so tirelessly maintain. Rather, it would be a recurring thing for itself. It would just keep giving you the abundance you're hoping. Hopes and fears, 3 of Chalices. You're hoping for love, you're hoping for relationship, you're hoping for harmony. But you're stuck in your mindset of success. And that's what this is all is, that you need to release the mindset of success. You need to release these old definitions of the paradigms you grew up with. Potential outcome, King of Chalices. So there's a possibility that you will find this leadership within yourself, which will be able to take you through these changing times. But for you to get there, there's a lot of learning. There's a lot of learning that needs to be done. Your feelings, your heart clearly want strong relationships in these moments. And so especially the 3 of Chalices would be pointing another thing towards connecting to family, allowing them inwards. If your success previously was also stopping you to truly connect with your family, friends, take this moment to let go of those barriers. I know this year it might be hard, but take this week and try to connect with family and friends that you might have previously not connected for a very long while with. Just be grateful for their presence in your life. And the other thing that would allow is that sharing that good positive emotion would allow you to recreate that positive intention inside you. Understand that the illusions of success, illusions of wealth, and that you can buy love and happiness through that is just an illusion of mind. All of that needs to be released. You are seriously hoping for relationships first, and your mind wants to find this inner magician, that work which will make you more excited rather than cringe everything every single time you want to think about it. That work that will make you excited to wake up in the morning rather than be like you sit in your car for a while, or like however you get to work, and wait outside the office before you actually want to go inside. Those procrastinations or delays to go inside and start working, they basically represent that you truly don't want to be doing that. There's something within you that doesn't have generates the curiosity to do that work, and that's why it was taken away from you. That why that opportunity, profession, or career was taken away from you. Even job was taken away. All those seemingly point towards that you were just in this mode where you're working way too much. You were tirelessly trying to plant this garden, and now you're fatigued. You cannot even enjoy yourself. So rather than being fatigued, rather than being constantly going back and forth in this cycle where you create some wealth and then it goes away, and so that stops you from going into a committed relationship, or stops you from finding true love and even connecting with your family and friends. Rather than going into cycles, we find a true tool in yourself, a true skill that probably nobody else has. At least most of the people around you, you would be unique in that. And let's start sharing that. That would bring you the recurring garden with ease of effort. And then your time can be much better balanced. You will find that work-life balance that would allow and foster proper relationships, rather than making you this person with blinders on and just focused on work. So there is a clear need of finding this work-life balance, and that's where the potential outcome King of Chalices is pointing towards. To be able to find that work-life balance, the only way you can do that is finding that inner skill that makes you unique. The skill that makes you a magician. Becoming that magician would be like, that skill makes you so enthusiastic to employ it, to grow it, to expand it, and then acquiring skills around it to make it like this particular skill. So say, for hypothetically, if you figure out singing or painting makes you excited, if not singing or painting, so if even say hypothetically trading a stock market makes you excited, and previously a job stopped you from doing that, learning more about something that makes you excited would get you more focused on that task. And that focus would, and with curiosity, that drive that it creates would automatically make you this magician. Magician is someone whose work doesn't look like work, it looks like some sort of a science that you're not aware of, but it's like an illusion. So you have to get to that stage where your work doesn't look like work. And that mental stage can only be achieved to find something which you're enthusiastic about and curious to expand, rather than investing too much into work in places where you are tirelessly working but cannot find something of a growth or a stability or contentment. Clear sign towards you need to find a work-life balance. And possibly that if you haven't moved from a previous profession, there's points towards that you might have to either switch your profession or find a new job that allows that work-life balance. So Aries, I hope you can take this, especially this week, to connect with people, to connect with family, friends, share love, and take like step-by-step moments and exercises, mental exercises, where you allow your mind to not focus on work and money, not focus on stability, rather take some time off. If that's not feasible, then like moments in a day that eventually over like some period of time would accumulate up to become this meditative space where you can redefine yourself, where you can refine yourself, where you can find that skill you're excited about to showcase and use and even monetize. Changing to from your current space to that space might be, it might be an overwhelming process. Going through that process, managing that process, that's what will make you this charismatic leader, the king of chalices. Someone who understands how to stewardship through hard, tough times. And that skill by itself would make you this magician. That you were able to transform yourself, transform from, and allow that process to change you. The change is essentially required because your heart clearly wants more like strong relationship, which you probably previously were missing. True heart-to-heart relationships. There is a need for work-life balance. So true connection to self is required before you can get there. And allowing the need to focus on money or fear or survivability or stability, that needs to be released. The transformation is needed. Work-life balance needs to be established. Aries, I hope this reading connected with you. If it did, there's an extended to it. In the extended, I would look further at your current over energy. How are you feeling in this moment? If you're already in the transition phase or the transition phase, you are in a mental conflict, should you take that transition or not? Message from the oracle and timing related to the new love relationship. But for you to get there has to be a release of way of approaching life. All of that, I would look in the extended. If you would like to join me there, the link for that is below in the description box. I hope you liked the reading, and if you did, please do like, subscribe, and share. That would be very helpful. Thank you for joining me, and have an amazing week. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.